Hey y'all, uh, I just wanted to do a kind of a special edition Birmingham real estate update for the coronavirus and everything that's going around right now that's really throwing us out of our kind of normal day-to-day lives. Um, I'm a real estate agent at eXp Realty here in Birmingham, Alabama. A lot of my clients are investors. A lot of my friends are real estate agents and business owners. And so, what's going on in the real estate market is kind of the utmost importance to us. And so we're really wanting to stay on top of everything that's happening. I publish a blog at robdrum.us. I'll post this video there. And I kind of my thing is staying on top of the market, statistics about the market, really finding those things that keep us all up to date, keep us in the know about what's going on. And so that's what I'm doing here. We've got some statistics on the market that I'm going to share. And then we've got some kind of opportunities. I'm reading a lot of news articles, headlines, staying up to date on what we have available to us as far as relief goes, stimulus goes, that'll kind of help us all get through this. So that's what I'm going to cover today, and let's just dive right into it. These are statistics from the Birmingham, Greater Alabama MLS. And what I did is take the numbers from when Trump announced 15 days to flatten the curve, which was March 16th, until now, and just look at the numbers. And what we're going to do is every Wednesday from now until things get back to normal, we'll take a look at these same numbers and see how they change, get an update on the market. What I think is going to happen is somewhat of a kind of taper off in volume, and then more or less kind of at some point like a huge pick back up where it really volume gets almost right back to normal. I don't think we're going to have a drop in prices. That's just my opinion. Other people may think differently. But as I mentioned on another one of these kind of Zoom roundtables that I did, there's research on these pandemics, and this has happened before, not here in America, but in other places, and they were able to look at the real estate market and see what happened. And more or less what they saw was a drop in transaction volume, but really no drop in prices. So prices should stay stable as long as we come out of this within a recent time or a decent amount of time, and there's not a lot of foreclosures and forced selling and true kind of wiping people out. We shouldn't see a big drop in pricing. So what we have is from 3/16 until 3/25, we had 410 transactions closed. Last year for the same time period, it was 440. So a slight drop, maybe a little bit of an effect, nothing crazy. And then we're also looking at cash transactions over that same time just to see, are loans still getting funded for these deals? That's a big part of real estate transactions. So it's important to look at. And we had, over the last 11 days, we had 20% of transactions were cash. All the rest were funded by loans. So that's good. Loans are still funding up until today, at least. We'll see next week how that plays out, if we're still closing transactions, if we're still closing transactions with loans. And actually last year, there were actually more cash transactions, less loan transactions as a percentage. Last year, we were at about 28%. This year, it was 21%. So really nothing as far as lending drying up or damaging the market, not seeing that yet. And again, we'll stay on top of this and look at it again next week. And then we also have this kind of live look at what's available on the market, what's contingent on the market, under contract to sell. We have 4,258 active listings on our MLS, and then we have another 3,135 that are contingent, active break clause, or pending. They're under contract. They have a buyer and a seller, and they've agreed, to move forward to closing. But when that happens, if it happens, is still up in the air and could be affected by how things unfold over the next couple weeks. So staying on top of these statistics, I think, will really help us all to get a real look at what's going on, see if we're experiencing the same kind of thing that other countries and areas have experienced during pandemics. And that research it's on Zillow Research. I'm sure if you go there, maybe I can put a link to it, but it's pretty deep, but it's also, pretty reassuring as far as prices for us that own real estate, or you're looking to sell real estate. If you're looking to buy real estate cheap, I don't know if you're too excited about, prices probably aren't going to go down, but that's what the research says, and that's what I think is going to happen. So then the other thing I really want to talk about is opportunities. Like we said, it might not be that real estate goes on sale, but there's a lot of things for us that are business owners, that are self-employed, real estate investors, that are really feeling the hurt right now. A lot of things for employees too, but we're all feeling the hurt, and I've kind of got my ear to the ground as far as what there is out there that we can use for relief from this, and to get a little bit of certainty back as far as our financial situations. Congress is coming out with these stimulus packages to kind of make everyone confident, make sure they can pay their bills, make sure everything's running smoothly. So the first one, the only thing I really saw in there that would be a benefit to small business owners and self-employed is a payroll tax credit that you can apply. And that's if you have a payroll tax. There may be a way to use it if you don't have a payroll tax that you pay. Like I pay myself a salary from an S corp, and that's kind of a common setup for self-employed people these days. So if you do that, talk to your CPA about the possibility to do that, to claim this payroll tax credit. There's, I don't understand it completely. I just took a screenshot of the article and sent it to my CPA and said, can we do this? And he said, yeah, this looks like something that we can see a benefit from. Won't be this month, but later on in a couple months, or even next year when we file taxes, we'll see a benefit from that. So that's something to look at. Round two of the stimulus package is probably the headline thing that people are talking about, and that I think should make a really big difference to people, is direct payments to citizens. Those should be coming out within the next 2 weeks, is my understanding. And as I record this, they haven't actually signed the bill into law, so there could be more funny business going on. I don't know, but the idea is they're going to send checks directly to citizens, $1,200 for single people, $2,400 for couples, an extra $500 per kid, and they're using 2018 tax returns to determine this, is the last I heard. So they're using 2018 tax returns. They're also phasing out above certain income limits, and you'll just have to kind of look at what those limits are. But so that's something that can help us, obviously. If you have employees, if you have tenants, as a landlord, a lot of my clients are also landlords, and we're all worried about our tenants not paying rent because they got fired, or they can't go to work or, whatever it is. But we still have to pay loans. Our lenders, in some cases, they're commercial loans that banks have made to us. And the government doesn't necessarily have control to say, like, you need to waive interest, you need to waive payments. So it's a situation where, there may not be any relief there for us. And I think these direct payments to your tenants, your employees, to us should really help us all to get through this. And, hopefully at least sustain us until we can get back to normal, get back to work. And another thing that I've looked into, I haven't filed for, but I will, is SBA disaster relief loans. Every county in Alabama is eligible. Landlords are eligible, and they have really great terms on these loans. And so, it's not a handout, but getting a really great loan, especially in times like this, can help you get through, can help you pay your obligations, can help really ease up the financial strain that this has caused for all of us. So I will be applying for those. And if you are self-employed or a business owner, or able to apply for those, I would recommend it if you think it can help. And then the third thing that I think we really have an opportunity for is to help people in this time. I don't know if there's ever been a time where every single person needs help, either just managing their emotions from being cooped up all day. They can't find toilet paper anywhere. Their finances are going crazy. There's just so many things that almost everyone is struggling right now. And there's, just by sharing information, connecting to people, donating money if that's the case, or dropping off groceries. I've seen so many people offering to help, and I think it's a great opportunity for us all to come together. And I'm not much of a kumbaya kind of guy, but I think this is a unique opportunity to really make a difference in people. And that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm going to keep doing this, because I think it'll hopefully be helpful to my clients, my friends, anyone who happens to see this and get some value out of it. That's what I'm trying to do. So I will see y'all next week, and thank you for watching, and we'll all get through this together. Thank you.